good afternoon, and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you today. And as always, we're thankful for BTC Fiber for sponsoring our program. And you can see our interviews on BTC Fiber's YouTube page, as well as BTC Fiber's cable channel 18. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, Needful Things. You can see them right on Highway 127, just north of the Bethel Church of Christ if you're coming from Dunlap. And it's just right before the Bethel Church of Christ if you're coming from Pikeville. Also, the Fall Creek Realty is based in the building, and they're also one of our supporters. And today we have Chris and Tammy Young. They're here with the Tennessee International. I have to read this. Tennessee International Dude and Guest Ranch. Make sure I got it all in there. And first of all, thank y'all for being with us today. We appreciate y'all being with us.
Well, thank you for coming.
And what I want to first do, I know y'all been around a long time, and you have a lot of activities here, but maybe everybody don't know your history and your background. So let's talk about that first. Let's start there.
You want to go first?
Okay. Let's see. Grew up, raised in Georgia, moved up here in 2000 with a job transfer. And after about 5 years, my oldest son left and went into the Navy. So it was either we let the family business go or I came on board and continue on doing what we were doing, and been here pretty much since 2001.
Wow, so you've been here a lot then.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. Well, now, what are some of the services y'all do? I know y'all do a lot of things here. Could you inform us on that?
Yeah, so our main thing that we're known for is the International Dude and Guest Ranch side, where families come from across the U.S. or from other countries, and they come and stay for like a week, and each person gets assigned a horse when they check in, and they learn horses from the ground up. Now, since I say they learn horses, but they also learn a lot about God and what he has to say about horses in the Bible. And it's real interesting how we can learn a lot about ourselves by using the horses and agriculture and the other animals as a tool for that. So most of our guests come to experience the cowboy life, and they really get that from the ground up with the chores and the work and everything. That's our number one thing that we do.
Then what else? What else do you offer?
So then we do farm stays where people can come for just a couple of days and learn about the farm animals. And we've got, you want to name some of what all we've got going on there with the farm animals?
We have a Jersey milk cow, and we have a Tunis sheep, have two Tunis sheep, and a Tennessee fainting goat. But I guess if it was in Alabama, it'd be an Alabama fainting goat. But and we have different breeds of horses, and we have 25 head of cattle. Most of them are Black Angus, and we also do a farm to table thing.
Food program.
Yep, food program, and that's
so they can experience
basically,
the beef, a little bit, a small beef production, dairy production. We roll our own oats, grind our own grain, so they make all the foods like they did in the 1800s, and so it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm sure I like that because a lot of those things have gone on, and the kids today, or even some adults today, don't know how to do any of that.
And we believe that agriculture is just, it's the backbone of America and Tennessee. And of course, everybody needs food, and if you can eat it healthier, the better, and less health problems and everything. So we kind of teach that way.
Well, do y'all have a age limit on the ones that can attend or in your programs?
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
So we have pretty much all ages can come, and it just depends on what they can do with their age. But we have a really adorable buckaroo program for all of the ones under like age 7 and under are called our little buckaroos. And then when they hit 8, they can actually go out on the trail with their parents and everything, learn. They get their own horse and learn the whole program. But we just do a safer program with the little buckaroos. They stay on the ranch. So they're still learning everything. They're still participating in all the chores and animal care and animal husbandry. So we want to introduce them from a young age into the animal husbandry and veterinary science and everything.
I noticed when we was doing the tour earlier of the property, you had some veterinary students.
Yes, so we have what's called a farm degree program through another nonprofit ministry that operates right here on the property. And basically it's where young people can come to a college level program and you have a 1-year certificate, a 2-year associate's, or a 4-year bachelor's. And that is, the farm degree is farming, agriculture, ranching, and ministry. So they can go into any of those areas. They can pursue, like if they want to do, he does much more of the beef than I do. I work with a little bit of the dairy, and then of course the horses and equestrian. And agriculture, is a multi-million-dollar business in Tennessee, so people can have great educations in that, and food and all that is so important. And then the equestrian world, as far as recreation and activity, sports and everything too.
Now imagine with the veterinary science programs, there's probably a bigger need for veterinary science, and probably not as many people out in that areas.
Right. And so we actually work with USDA. We work with the different universities that are around. Students get exposure to that so that they're well prepared if they want to go off, into vet school and go that line. But there's so many jobs in the veterinary science and agricultural field that don't require going to vet school. So we just guide a student in whichever way that they need to go.
Because a lot of people don't, well, I know they realize it, but a lot of times they think of a vet as a dog and cats, instead of all the animals and other programs, because all the animals need a veterinarian at some point.
And we definitely need more vets in the area. I mean, it's very difficult, as most people know, with horses. They're always calling us to say, where in the world, how can we get a vet out here? And it's difficult. So hopefully we'll have some future ones.
Well, let's hope so. That's good. Now, are there services y'all offer that you do all year long, or?
Yeah, so in some of the things that the local people might be interested in, we have an incredible day ride program where they can come and do like a 3-hour or 6-hour program and do that same thing, learn from the ground up without actually having to stay here, and since they live local anyway. And then we have, so that goes on year round, pending weather. And then we have birthday parties, really adorable cowboy birthday party, cowgirl birthday parties that encompasses the farm animals, the tractor, all the agricultural information the kids could want, but hands-on with the animals. That's a neat program.
Oh, that's neat. I'm sure they enjoy that. I imagine y'all enjoy doing that too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, now, do y'all have programs here that people can come and watch or anything like that?
Yeah, you want to talk about Cowboy Church?
Yeah, the Cowboy Church, we do from the month of April to the month of November, and it's every second Saturday. And we incorporate the horses, whether it's the animal, cattle, or whatever, into the Bible lesson that we do. And sometimes if it's pretty outside, then we'll do it outside in that arena. And then if it's inclement weather, we'll move inside to the indoor arena and do it in there also. And we range anywhere from
That's 40 to 100.
Yeah,
depending on a month.
Yeah, it depends on the month. Now, if the University of Tennessee football team is playing on that Saturday, sometimes attendance gets a little bit low. But other than that, we have a lot of people that come out and listen to the Word of God.
Oh, good. That's good.
And after that, we have a country barn dance that is a lot of fun, and we teach the dancing. And then that's a fundraiser for our nonprofit work over in Central America that we do.
Well, tell us a little bit about that. They were telling us a little earlier, just a little bit, and I didn't get all the information.
Go ahead. You're the... Well, it's the we have a mission project that we do in Honduras. It's in Guaymaca, Honduras, and it's 2 hours, basically a drive from the capital of Tegucigalpa. And the orphanage that's there is Orphanage Emmanuel, and there's anywhere between 500 kids, and I think right now they have like 350. So it's a need that as far as the horses and stuff that we have down there, it teaches the kids responsibility, and they also teach the Bible lessons that are associated with the horse scriptures that are in the Bible. And we've been doing that for
I think about 18.
18 years.
Oh, really?
Our oldest son started that program before he went off to the Navy.
Wow.
So then the next son helped with that, and then all of our students. It's a student-run project from our school. So we used to do middle and high schoolers, and so they would all work the project with us and live in Central America for anywhere from a few weeks to a few months.
Really?
And then we're back and forth a lot, and we have staff there, and they run about 70 students a week, and those boys are raised at the orphanage, the ones that run it and everything. So it's a neat program.
So it's like y'all stay pretty busy then.
Yes. Yes, normally we'd be gone right now. So, but with my little injury, it slowed us down just a little bit. So.
I certainly understand that. Well, how do people get in touch with y'all if they wanted to come out to visit for the day or be involved in any of your programs?
Yes, so if they go to our website is tnhorsevacation.com, so TN for Tennessee, horsevacation.com, or they can call 423-554-4677, or just call us and make an appointment to come on by. And then we've also, with this new section that we're sitting in, was just built last year, and that is so that we can seat 100 for Bible conferences, so that we can do those right here. We teach a lot of Bible stuff anyway, in addition to things that we do, but this will allow us to kind of be able to sit right here and teach about all the agriculture and horse scriptures and how that relates to God in our lives, and have that beautiful view of the Squatchy Valley that the valley is so famous for. So.
Oh, that's neat. Well, that's good to know. Was there anything that I haven't asked you that you want to talk about then, about your programs here that we haven't answered?
Just that, people might be interested to know that are involved in agriculture. There's 200 scriptures about horses in the Bible that can help reference us back to Jesus. And there are hundreds of other, bovine and then all the ruminants and the crops and everything. So it's a really neat way to teach for others who have farms and agriculture and raise crops, and I'm sure a lot of people know that, but it's very, very listened to, especially in other countries. They are more than willing to hear about God's word when you start talking about food and feeding people and livestock and everything. So it is a wonderful way to introduce God's word, and I'm sure there's a lot of other folks that could do the same thing.
It sounds like this is near and dear to your hearts.
It is, yes.
Been living it for a long time, day in and day out, whether it's putting out hay for cattle or putting out hay for horses or tending to a sick horse or a sick head of cattle. It's pretty much 24/7, 365 that we have to be aware of. 2:00 in the morning, out walking a horse that may show signs of sickness or something, but it's running your cattle back in at 2:00 in the morning. It's pretty much full time.
And then teaching the children, the students and stuff that are here. Oh, I did forget to mention, we have something called National Horse Camp, which is a big sellout every year. And it's usually, sells out real early, like December, January, before the summer gets here. But that is a whole program just for children, ages 8 to 15. And then it has the whole veterinary science side of it too. So they get to use our labs. They're learning to give shots and take blood, and very hands-on from the science side of it and from the riding horsemanship side of it.
Well, I bet that's about it. You say it fills up, so man, you get a lot of excited.
Yeah.
I guess excited until they start drawing that blood or something.
Yeah, that's kind of a little tough for folks. And we also are always looking for local, like-minded people that want to either volunteer or might need jobs or want to become a wrangler. If they love the Lord and horses and people and animals, we'd love to talk to them and see if they want to be, part of our volunteer team or maybe grow into paid staff here, because it's always growing and trying to keep up with everything. It's very difficult. So.
Well, how many acres do you have here?
Yeah, it's a total right at 38 acres total. There's some over there on the other side of the street, and then some right here behind us. But there's another property that we leased, and then another property over there that we take care of.
So we have lots of leased land, so we ride on about 400 acres or so.
Okay.
And plus can ride through the valley, and one of our favorite rides is to the cookie jar. Our guests love that. If they stay a week,
man.
they get to ride all the way down to the cookie jar for a year, and that's a wonderful place for people to go to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they enjoy that. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure talking with y'all and seeing your area here. But it's the first time I've been here as well, and it's really neat. And I've heard a lot of good things about the program here, but I wanted to come out and see it myself. And we appreciate y'all being with us today.
Great. Love to see you back in the spring when it's really going. So,
And maybe when it gets warmer, we will.
okay.
And again, folks, thank you for being with us today. And you can see our interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's cable channel 18. And again, thank you for our sponsors. That's Neatville Things General Store and Fall Creek Realty right there on 127, just past the Bethel Church of Christ. So go by and see those fine folks. And until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.